Are you on the sidewalk, Andy?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Okay, so you saw,
Oh shit!
you guys,
This,
did
We
you
saw
guys
it
see
too.
did you
We
see a
also saw it.
Hispanic cowboy sauntering by?
yes, this fucking podcast just got 1,000 times fucking funnier.
I think we're ready. Yeah, Andy.
I feel good about it.
Andy should always be squinting into the sun when we do this. It looks more genuine, like he's genuinely having issues.
He's squinting into the sun when he's got his back to the rail on his balcony at home. I don't know how it happens.
Always keep your face in the sun.
We have Andy live from a parking lot this week.
So what's new,
Andy's
guys?
always going toward the light. Oh, so yeah, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Hello.
How are
Morning.
Kind of hard to hear because of the traffic noise.
Well, I mean that's really on you, isn't it? I mean, you could have really set up anywhere.
Well, I've been trying.
Can you turn
my car blew up.
your headphones? Turn your headphones up.
Yeah, he can do that on the microphone.
Man.
I think you just turned the microphone up because now I hear the traffic.
Wait, are you in traffic?
By what?
Are you in traffic? What's going on?
No,
Is that a car at a stop sign behind you?
I'm selling my car because the engine blew, and I'm trying to figure out some other shit. Buying versus stealing versus, all that other shit.
Ending it all.
What's
Guys,
that?
I'm afraid this might be the last podcast. If he's trying to sell
It
shit,
could
that
be.
microphone and headphones are going to go next.
Yeah.
Well, that might be a good option.
Well, on the bright side, he would have to prove to the buyer that they work, which is probably not going to happen.
Holy shit.
Is Andy having one of those days?
I think so.
We call them Wednesdays.
Good things,
Yeah.
guys. All went to shit. I should have stayed in L.A.
Huh?
Erickson.
I woke up and you were gone, dude. Andy came in Monday night and we hung out, and then I got up Tuesday morning.
And I was on en route.
He's got to grab that mic, guys. He's got to grab that mic.
We can't hear you, Andy.
Andy, grab that
I
mic.
can barely hear you guys. Fuck.
All right, hey, let's take before we start. All right, okay, Andy,
Yeah.
before we start, let's get your headphones turned up. Can you turn your
Call me
headphones up?
I can't. Fuck.
All right, I'll call you.
Hey, Erickson, you can hear me?
First off,
first off, hold on, Andy. I'm talking to Erickson. First off, let's make sure that he's plugged into the microphone, and then that he can turn the volume up on the microphone. Because, like Chad said, it sounded like he turned the microphone up and not.
Greg.
Let me see it. Let me see the front of it. A little bit higher. Hold it a little higher. Okay, good. Now that top button, is that pushed? Push the top button all the way.
That one.
Keep pushing it. It should get louder in your headphones.
It's not getting louder.
All right.
You just got
I
louder.
can hear
Yeah.
you guys, but I think I'm hearing it. Say something there.
Yeah.
Test.
Yeah, I'm hearing it through my computer as
yeah,
opposed
so you
to the
can-
microphone.
Oh
Do you
my
remember
God.
all the other
All right.
times where we had you switch it in the settings? Try that.
Yeah, that's the same fucking deal again.
Yeah.
Yep.
every time, dude.
All right.
It's
I'll try
almost
that.
like you should do this before we start every week.
I know Okay.
You want to choose for your speakers. You want to choose ATR USB microphone.
He's got a little Kilroy thing going on right now.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Don't anybody correct it.
We'll get your graphics guy to put a little jagged fence right up below his nose.
Yeah, his fingers over it.
All right, assholes.
Hey, there he is.
Yay! The day's turning around.
Motherfuckers.
All right, now find a good spot for that microphone close to you where you don't have to pick it up and move it.
Yeah, sure. Okay, all right. Yeah.
That's actually not too bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, can you aim your camera down a little bit? We're getting only the top of your. That's perfect, brother.
Okay.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Another Issues with Andy has begun.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
It's like the fucking title is like the Unbookables. It's a fucking jinx.
I think what you're trying to say is on the nose.
Can we?
Yeah.
Wait,
Can we try a little?
Is he
Let's
in
call
literal
it-
New Mexico again?
Can we call this "Everything's Going Good for Andy"? Everything's above even.
Coming up,
Thanks
Rose
for-
with Andy.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us on Andy Wins Again.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, what did I get
So-
this time?
So let's bring our viewers in to where we are, and more specifically, Andy, where you actually are. You did your special. We'll get to the special filming and all the Bisbee stuff, but you left Bisbee. You stopped in Los Angeles. We hung out at the Comedy Store on Monday night. You stayed the night. I got up on Tuesday morning in a panic because first of all we drank and did blow until the sun came up, and then we all passed out, and then I woke up in a panic like, oh shit, Andy's got to move his car because of street sweeping on Tuesday morning, and I jump up at like 9:30, and he's supposed to have his car moved by 9, and I come running out here, and all traces of Andy have been erased. He's gone. There's nothing. It's like he was never there. It's like I dreamed of the fucking thing. And I'm like, how the fuck did he get up this early and already be packed and fucking out the door?
That's Andy.
Check the
And
weed.
that was it.
Check the weed container. It's a little light. That'll tell you I was there.
Well, just so you know, and just so you know, by the way, when you called me and said you were headed to L.A., and I'm like, yeah, of course you can crash here. And then I ran it by Carrie Mitchell, and I'm like, it's cool that Andy stays here, right? And she goes, oh, yeah, of course. I'll hide the weed. So the
Plain
weed
sight
that she
doesn't
leaves
work.
out, the weed that she leaves out is the weed that she intended for you to find.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that. I didn't take much. Not
You would
nearly
have
enough.
looked
for the
closer. She
situation.
actually marked it stealable weed right on the container.
So Andy, you left my house on Tuesday morning, and it's now 24
Yeah,
hours later, and
I left-
a lot has happened.
I left. Yeah, my phone. Okay, yeah. I started out and my phone was dead, but I managed to get out of LA without any problems. Didn't have no traffic, and then I GPS to the Todd Snyder concert in Arcata, and it said I would arrive 10 minutes after it started. So I got up ahead of that, and I was a half hour in front of it. You hear me? It went out.
Yep.
I can see Greg.
We'll get
Oh,
to
just keep going.
we'll get to where you're
Oh.
logged in on your Wi-Fi.
Okay. So where did I skip?
No, you
Anyway,
10 minutes.
My car blew out right in. Anyway, I was on my way to this concert, and it's like I can't believe I slept in and I fucked up, and I was still on time, and everything was going good, and then a warning light came on, followed by my engine fucking clanging and making a lot of racket, and then it stopped running, but I managed to get an off ramp, and that's where I am now. I mean, I'm at this car lot now.
Andy didn't realize this whole trip his car has been hoping for oil the way Andy's been hoping for cocaine.
Well, I found some coke.
But no oil.
Yeah.
I managed onto that.
So your car blew.
That's
so-
kind of, I don't want to run a forensic test. It's dead. I've sold it for $2,500.
Yeah.
Good deal.
So yeah.
That's not
Somebody
Yeah.
bad.
So what's the
Yeah.
next move?
Well, I got plugged in here to get on this podcast, and then after that, I'm
Wide
don't know.
open. Schedule's wide open after that.
Pretty much, yeah.
So do you live in Santa Rosa, California now? Is that how it works?
Well,
it's like the old pioneers when their covered wagon breaks down, they just put the broken wagon wheel out front and set up shop.
That's their table.
I did spend the evening walking around the town square. I had to get everything out of my car, and then I found that LSD finally. And,
oh, wow, that's how fortuitous. Perfect timing.
At the Todd Snyder concert. Yeah, I was gonna have it at the Todd Snyder myself on the beach, and instead I was kind of homeless here in Santa Rosa, wandering around with my unicorn blanket. It worked out pretty good. It wasn't. It didn't kick my ass, but it's Santa Rosa. You don't want to trip too hard. But there's a mall here, and that was pretty fun. I wandered around the mall tripping like it was 1999. Fucking a real mall, like an old mall, and then this was I think this is when it started getting a little squirrely. As I did one of them massage chairs where you just swipe the card, so I got the deep tissue massage that I was seeking in a chair, but I don't know how, but it seemed like I was in there for an hour and it just kept going, and then the mall was shutting down, and then a security guy is standing by me. And I couldn't get out of it. I mean, it locked. It probably cost as much as the Silver City hand job, but it was it kept going, and I don't know if it was my concept of time or theirs, but there was a security guy, and then another one I think might have unplugged the chair, because that's when I got my legs loose, and then I took it wasn't a problem. In fact, when I noticed security gathering, I was trying to get out on my own. So that I don't think I paid to go into Zombieland, but I walked into a movie and saw some of Zombieland. And then I just walked around, and there's a magic fish here that lights up, and then I kept running into this homeless guy that looked like if White Cotton was a little bit taller and a lot less fatter. White Cotton, and yeah, so pretty good evening. I had an Adderall on my head for the drive, and I didn't think I was hotel, and the LSD is kind of like a hotel room without breakfast.
I would have loved to have heard the security calls at the mall while that was happening. We have a jellyfish trapped in the massage chair. A jellyfish trapped in the massage chair.
It was like when
he's asking for a hand job. He says he won't leave until he's done. I don't understand.
He says he paid for it in advance.
I'll tell you what about that chair. That chair is way better at massage than that lady could ever be. At least that's how my back feels.
It actually worked on the knots.
It did, yeah. It fucking pulverized them. It was like the end of Bad Santa. There was like, when everybody's filing, or not the end of it, but when everybody's leaving and the security guys, like that's what was going on. All the merchants were going by and looking at me, and then there was a bunch of Hispanic children.
That's the cleanup crew.
In the playground that was right next to me. I was like, shouldn't these kids be but yeah, so there was like a wave of customers. I mean, so it was a long massage. I'm guessing about 45 minutes to 3 years, judging by the fucking color flashes and the time sequence and the,
When you get done here, check your bank statement, because if you swipe the card, it probably just kept charging you. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's like the car wash. As long as you're using the hose, it'll keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Well, it's been an expensive trip to Santa Rosa. From the time I got to that off ramp till now, I'm fucking bleeding money. Fuck.
So where are you now specifically?
I'm at TL Tillett's Automobile in a corner area, because I think we have hopes that I'm going to get this chocolate covered used car. It's a Subaru. It's in the family. Things have to be worked out. I don't know.
You're not a
nice
working out
here.
guy, Andy. Who's doing that for you?
Who's what?
Said you're not really the work it out guy. Who's going to do this for you?
TL Tillits.
He's going to negotiate the deal for the car that you're buying from him.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
They're inside celebrating right now.
Shit.
In my car here. Yeah. I don't know what. Yeah, here I am. I don't feel high anymore, and that's good. I think I can. I think I can start to at least. I got plugged in here. How about that, huh?
Yeah.
How did that
great.
I got a question real quick before we
Thomas
move
brought
forward on this, Andy.
Okay.
I gotta help
sure.
you. The people that are selling you the car, they're not the ones who told you your old car was completely dead, are they? Is it the same?
No, that's up the road.
Oh, okay.
Good.
I'm just making. We told him he blew his engine. It's fine. Sell him another piece of shit.
No, he bought it. He bought it.
I fucked up a car or two, and I know when they're done. And this one was. It's like when your loved one looks okay and everything's going good, and then all of a sudden it's just got belly cancer and it's dead in a day. So that's kind of what happened here.
Yeah. Well, it had a good run.
Well.
Yeah.
But
I guess.
Like you guys, Chad, I don't know if you saw this, if you were here during this, but no, you weren't. It was when Andy was leaving. He emptied everything out of his car, and it looked like someone dumped over a one-bedroom apartment onto the patio here. Where's all that stuff, Andy?
Oh, just check this shit out. I'll open this door and you'll see.
What? It's in somebody else's car?
So you're squatting on someone else's car?
Is that the one you're gonna buy? Because that's not chocolate covered.
No, that's the one they lent me last night. So
nice. Home sweet home.
I'm gonna. Yeah, at least I ain't got anybody nagging at me, except when the phone rings. I got a lot of good advice. I need to call AAA, the ARP, and somebody that's a trustworthy mechanic. Don't worry, he's not a Jehovah's Witness. It's like, wow, did you just out your religion there with that comment? But I can't do any of that shit. I'm barely able to get plugged in and get a fucking donut. It was a weird night, The fish gave me some good advice, but it's hard to play right now. Hey, bro.
Man, I wish you would have broke down at a place that had better wireless.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you only have seconds. This is the first time I've, it feels so unsatisfying to kill a car and not total it, not reckon. I've been in a lot of accidents, and it's like, okay, that's, real. It's like hitting rock bottom without really having any real rock bottom.
Yeah.
It's
no
fucking
moment
done.
of clarity.
Yeah, it didn't catch fire. It didn't get smashed up.
Yeah.
It still looks like a regularly, yeah.
Yeah, it just said, oh, fuck, my gut hurts, and then that was it. Like an aneurysm.
I would love to see Andy when
going on this sidewalk.
I'd love to see Andy
like
when
the homeless.
Go
ahead, Brett.
I was just gonna say, looking for Wi-Fi. I'd love to see Andy when the engine light comes on. That he just, instead of like looking for a place to pull over, he holds up his phone like he's looking for a good signal. Where can I get? I gotta pull this piece of shit over somewhere.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
I need bars.
Yeah, I found a bar last night. All right. Yeah, safe as it. Yep. Moving forward, being homeless is not that bad. It's like I can do both. Like when I was walking around without my shoes in that unicorn blanket in the town square, I was one of them. I didn't sit down and warm my hands on the campfire or anything, but you know, there's a lot of nods, you know, it's like who's the new kid? You know? But, they knew.
Yeah, you guys were looking at each other like motorcycle riders do when they pass on the
give
on
out
the
the
road,
hand.
you know. Yeah, just the wave and the nod,
the
acknowledgement.
Wave, I call it, yeah. Now they're walking past Andy while he sits here on a computer going, oh, look at that bougie motherfucker.
Totally. Yeah.
Try walking to my camp tonight.
No shit.
I think we lost him.
Yeah,
he went away on my screen. Hopefully he can bring it back.
I think we should just continue to talk to him and pretend he's there, because I like the image he left us with.
Yeah.
Andy,
Andy,
you didn't really expect the wave of positivity after recording an amazing special to just continue rolling for very long, did you? That's what I thought.
That's exactly it. Shit. And Shaylee, I've seen him do that thing where he empties his car out.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, he's got he takes everything that's in there, empties it all out, packs it all back in, and then somehow another hour later, it's all a fucking disaster again. Like, how did that happen?
I have watched the same process.
He's a busy person.
I don't understand the taking your shoes off. I understand the blanket, but I don't understand taking your shoes off and walking about.
That may have been the LSD.
Yeah, if you're in grass, then that could explain that. You need to get your feet down.
He did say he was in a mall. Well, so I don't know of any grass carpeted malls.
I hope shoes were on in the mall.
I mean, none of us doubt that probably could have been what was going on in his head, but yeah, it was.
Maybe there was enough homeless people in the area that taking your shoes off is actually the thing to do to fit in.
Or the safest.
I feel weird with these shoes on. Everybody's staring at me.
Yeah, you think they want the computer. They want the fucking kicks.
Yeah, talk about bougie. Fucking shoe-wearing motherfucker.
Who's this guy, the king?
I don't know if Andy knows how to rejoin the call or if we have to recall him.
You can add him, Erickson. Go to that circle with the little person profile and the plus sign up in the corner by where your icon is.
3 or 4 in call. Add a person.
Yeah, there you go.
And all right, we're calling him back.
Hey,
there he is.
Hey, there he is. Hang in there. There he is. Now, guess what? His headphones aren't going to be plugged into I guarantee it.
Of course not.
Can you hear us, Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Can you hear us?
Okay, either I'm still tripping or...
Nope.
Oh. Remember the other thing we do
if I get closer
every time?
I just moved it fucking 2 inches.
All right. How you doing?
What's that?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think I'm still tripping or something. There we go.
Do you need to set the headphones
I guess that
back
11
up
hours
to the options?
Yeah. Well, it's not that. It just cut out. But I think Lizard said it lasted 11 hours, and I think that might be an accurate read.
Lizard was the guy who
That's
gave
where
him,
I got the... Yeah. We traded for weed.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't give him. He didn't give him.
So did you buy his story, or did it suss out that is indeed Grateful Dead acid?
Well, I did. They were very tiny, so I just did all of it. And he said there were 2 hits. So I think 11 hours might be.
You think
By the way, that is
it was
the right
tiny
choice.
because it was potent?
Yeah. Well, no. Well, yeah, that makes sense. Micro dosing, it was tiny. That at least that Lego in Vegas, you had to chew it, and you knew you were getting into something. You just put a little tiny, whitening strip on your teeth, and the next thing you know, you're contently, I fit in down there.
Hey, everybody knows that the way you can tell how strong LSD is by how big it is. That's the overriding factor.
It sounds like Chewy would also slow him down too. So maybe you should do LSD taffy.
Yeah.
I've had gummies and Lego blocks, and now the paper. And I'd say the paper is in the middle, but I did two, so maybe it would be in third place.
I don't think it would. Now it's probably the LSD part that you're talking about, not the paper or the gummy or the Lego. That's just a delivery method, Andy. That's not gonna. That Lego acid is really weak.
So it's not the size of the box; it's what's inside.
There you go.
How many drops can you fit on a piece of paper?
Yeah, I'll try. Well, I don't have the paper anymore to test it, but
So let's hear some highlights from the Bisbee weekend. I know there's probably some of this covered on Doug's podcast, so I don't want to recover ground, but it seems like it was all pulled together in the end, and it happened.
I think
it was very exciting.
I like the title "Last Shot" because I was down to one bullet. If I didn't hit anything with that bullet, Shank was going to look like he was a guilty party. I won't even mention.
Well, let me just give the preface of the story from my end as a doorway into it. On Saturday morning, you recorded Friday night and you recorded Saturday night. So on Saturday morning, Andy calls me and I pick up the phone and I'm like, "Hey man, how'd it go?" And the very first thing you said to me is, "Well, it looks like I can't take good advice." And I'm like, "Oh, all right. So what happened?" It looks like we lost him again.
Yeah.
But he's like, so Andy's like, "Yeah, it was a little disjointed the first night. Stanhope kissed me at the beginning and it got kind of weird and I did a thing." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, you have another night to try to get it together."
Stanhope was hoping that if he kissed him like a frog, that he would turn into the comic prince.
Well, the gay kiss was what threw me off. It's like I had a plan and then Doug kissed me, and you know how that goes when you get gay kiss. All your best planning goes off the table.
We all know how hard it is to work with a boner. You don't have to explain it to
us. So Saturday was a good show.
Well, Saturday we went shooting guns all day. I like the title to "Last Shot" as well, Andy. I think it's fucking apt in every single way and genius as fucking usual for you, sir.
Well, not on Friday.
Listen, you didn't do bad Friday. You just did better Saturday. You know what I mean? Friday was good. It just we're more meandery.
Meandering.
Meandering, another name for this podcast on the list of rejected names.
Yeah, fuck.
On our way to win. That's. Hello.
Yeah.
Hi. You're there.
Like when you guys, okay. Yeah. Okay. Keep saying that. And I need a cold rag for my neck.
You are there. You are real. This is happening.
Okay. All right.
Oh God.
Oh my God, I'm choking. Saturday we went in the morning, Erickson. Joby and I took some guns and we took a bunch of these guys out to the desert and fired off some a lot of rounds. Yeah.
Good. That'll dial it in. There's footage of that, I hope.
Yes, definitely.
Perfect.
But that was the point. That's going to be a little vignette inside the
theme.
The plans. Yeah, inside there.
Good deal. I can't wait to see it.
Oh man!
We got back to the fun house.
Yes.
And Stanhope asked me how it went, and I told him, "Imagine if you rented a van to go and take the residents of a group home out to the desert to shoot live ammunition." Joby stood up in front of everybody and gave them a class on safety and the rules. I stood there with a weapon like a flight attendant, showing him while he's talking about trigger control. I was showing him my finger outside the trigger guard, and next thing you know, it just went to shit. But nobody got shot.
Nobody got shot in that. We blew up a pig.
There was explosives involved as well.
Yeah. But you guys were using
a pig or like an actual animal?
A ceramic pig.
Okay, a ceramic pig. Because that seemed.
I wish it was Officer Jones, and well, no, I still got to pay that fine. So never mind.
Oh fuck!
Jesus.
All right. Well, I'm next in town because Mitchell and I are coming to Bisbee in a couple days, so we'll be down there.
Fuck yeah! I'm looking forward to seeing you guys.
We're ready to fucking jump in on the Butcher of Black Knob. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah,
Hennigan's
kind of a slow start
back here. Yeah, we'll get there. But Hennigan was so funny because he's back in L.A. weirdly, and we were talking about it yesterday, and he's like, the people of Bisbee have no idea what sort of haunted house experience.
Hold on. When you're gonna say something Hennigan said, you have to say it in the Hennigan voice. You're
I can't do the Hennigan.
Use your own voice.
Yeah,
you have to
do. No idea.
Just think Lucky Charms.
It's like a haunted house boutique they've got there. They don't understand. It's like a haunted house boutique. And then they just go through there, and then I take their picture, and nobody thanks me. And they get a full-size candy bar. I apologize for the accent. I know that every accent I do sounds like Apu from Simpsons. So.
I'm afraid that Brett Erickson can take his name out of the SNL bucket too now. That was a stereotypical racist rant against the Scottish people who do not look at me Lucky Charms.
Luckily, my accents are so bad they can't figure out which ethnicity I'm trying to slur.
Can't nail it down.
I'm pretty sure he was making fun of transgenders. Get him.
Yeah, was that a Martian accent?
The Great Gazoo, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just appears above my shoulder.
Well, thanks you for trying, because the story was better than it was in your own voice, because none of us want to hear a quote from Hennigan in your voice.
I get it.
When this shit freezes up, it's really fucking...
Just hang in there, dude. We got you. You're doing fine.
It's like your engine.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, so Erickson, let's talk about it.
Yeah. Champion.
The reigning champ, city
shit.
champ.
Yeah. Fucking, I won a battle last night. So, yeah, I'm the, whatever it means. Whatever it means when you become the roast battle champion of a show that got canceled on Comedy Central a year ago.
Can I borrow some money? Hey, I know things are going really great out there in LA, and I'm just up the road a piece here, and everything's kind of gotten a little squirrely.
I told you to stay when you were here.
Listen.
Yeah.
The bragging
Well,
rights
you didn't tell me.
alone-
You should have said
sorry.
stay and get an oil change. You didn't finish your thought.
Damn you,
Don't
Eric.
drive off all half empty. I tried to see the tank as half full, and it was all the way empty. So, optimism won't get you to Arcata.
Your car is a pessimist. Or was a pessimist.
It's a dead lesbian car that's about to get a new engine.
Hey, did you end up having to eat those tickets?
It was a ticket, but yeah. So Todd Snyder, if you're listening,
Yeah.
And I couldn't make it. I put it out as like if he wanted to go there. I was once I decided I was stuck here, I ate that acid because a lizard. I didn't trust him completely, but he did say 11 hours. So I was like, I gotta have my head clear for some car dealings. So
I'm about to buy a car. I need to eat this acid.
Yeah, I mean, why would you do that after?
Mine can only take so much. So I was coming to terms with the whole thing and shuffling fucking garbage into one car out of another. And then I pulled up and I was just trying to get my thoughts together, and I parked outside, and it's like a Hell's Angels clubhouse a couple of blocks from here. So I'm like, fuck, you can't really, you don't want to be bummed out near a Hell's Angels establishment. So I went a bar near me, and it took me down to the town square. And then I was like, this is fucked. And I tried to be positive. And then I was like, wait, I have all the stuff from my glove box. It's finally time to do that search. And there it was. And
either you were a cop.
Yeah, it's probably just as well I forgot what my car looked like, because I was looking I got my blanket, and I was like, there's always something more you need when you're tripping until you don't need anything at all. And so I was like pretty cold, but I had that blanket. I should have put shit on for this shit. I didn't do it to blend in, but it certainly I didn't stand out down there, blanketed and barefooted. I mean, the homeless put themselves together a little better than that here. But
this podcast is feeling kind of like those with Andy's voice distorting and twisting around.
Slowing down.
And him slowing down. It's like when you put on beer goggles to feel like what it's like to be drunk. Okay. It's kind of like, hey kids, this is kind of acidy.
Yeah, Andy acidy for sure.
Yeah, he's the one.
All right,
tripping,
you guys,
but we're the one experiencing it.
Yeah.
Calm down. You may have eaten. Calm down. You may have eaten a gummy. Okay. Get some water. Get rid of your cell phones, because you'll lose them. And get a blanket. I don't know. That might be advice for nighttime only. A blanket might be a little hot and noticeable in the daytime. Howdy, sir.
Are you on the sidewalk, Andy?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so you saw, you guys.
Did
you see a Hispanic cowboy sauntering by?
Yes. This fucking podcast just got 1,000 times fucking funnier. I can't
high.
On the side of the fucking sidewalk.
Yeah. That's one of the more reasonable. That's one of the.
I swear to God, I picture.
I guess I just don't know what.
Back in the parking lot or something. Like.
Yeah.
I am, but it's right by the sidewalk. I told them they don't want me near the business when I'm podcasting.
Oh, you mean right by where the Wi-Fi router is? You went to the extreme end.
He ran about a 200 foot. Yeah, he goes. I mean, maybe he knows what's going on too. But he's ran a 200-foot cord out here so I could podcast far away from his business and still be on the property. Don't let him leave don't lead it.
Boy, this guy really needs a sail.
Oh my God.
I can't see. I got a jump rope that'll prevent me from fleeing. So.
Oh my God. This is just an example of how many podcasts there are. The Hispanic guy right now is like, there's another podcast sitting on the sidewalk.
You know what? He can do podcasts faster and more efficiently than anybody else I've ever seen do them.
You're taking our podcast.
And Andy's been smoking weed while he's sitting there.
Yeah.
I got the door open to hide from the camera.
Like a hunting blind.
Oh, fucking God.
Yeah,
damn,
exactly.
Andy, I love you. Oh,
Yeah.
cheers to you, Andy. You're a fucking hero, sir.
Oh no, I'm a borderline villain.
Also,
Possibly one of.
well, that's what I mean. You're good at it, though. I am
That's what
too.
a hero is.
Yeah, I'm good at.
Ooh.
Oh no, the children. The
Oh,
children. Won't
That
someone
makes sense
think
because
of the children?
I don't know why I think I'm getting my head together better, but there was a bunch of kids that walked by as a group, and they were all this is a fun corner.
Oh shit, Andy.
Woo! Well, I'm buying that car.
Oh, this is fucking.
I think they're willing to work with me on this.
Did you threaten them that you're just gonna live here if they don't?
No, but I kind of feel like I need to keep mentioning that to people because of the my appearance and the appearance of my belongings strewn out on the side of the car and such. But I got it all thrown in there proper. But
They want 2,500 for the car. I say you offer them 1,500 and say 1,500, or I podcast here every Wednesday for the rest of your goddamn life.
just out of I'm not very good with money or anything, but if I would have dosed him, say I didn't even say I got a motel and got a good night's rest and did some research and dosed him this morning with man, here's one of them. I got you a donut, sir, for your help. I'll be back in about an hour and 15 minutes to start negotiating. In a cotton suit.
There you go.
Rush to the thrift store and find some outfit with dollar signs or dice on it. Yeah, you can't lose. You should oil your cars up, yo. I didn't know how it was going to turn out.
Like
you can bet I would have said, all right, maybe I'll miss the first couple of Todd Snyder songs. Get a little oil in this pig.
I like how you said you should oil your car up. Like you don't even know that the oil actually goes inside the engine. Like you're just rubbing it around on the car. Like, you got to oil this thing up, dude.
Hawaiian Tropic suntan lotion.
Andy pictures an old-timey oil can, the tin.
I put
like the Tin Man trying to walk.
At this point, I feel horrible for having known Andy for this long and not checking his oil while I was in Bisbee. I'm the asshole in this situation.
I got an oil change recently.
Where?
So
that's who you go after.
I know. Well, Austin.
Yeah,
then they fucked you, dude.
I drove all the way across this.
No, Andy, they didn't fill your oil up all the way or something. There's no way you should be able to get an oil change and have it fucking seize up.
Huh. Yeah. So I put 2 quarts in it after stuff. Yeah, that's what the general can say. Hey, man, come on. This is America.
How many miles?
Loud
how many miles did the car have on it?
175.
That's a lot of miles.
No, it's not.
Not for Subaru.
Not for
These are Andy miles. These are Andy miles.
Here, but think about this. Andy is a responsible person in strange ways that we don't understand in regards to being like at home. And so I would assume that he probably maintains his vehicles. I sat in it and smoked weed with him several times in Austin. It's a nice vehicle, inside it's maintained and stuff. I would assume that he maintains his vehicle.
Well, I don't like talking about it anymore because it's with another.
Andy,
that car is now the property of TL, and I don't want to. I know it had a nice sunroof, and it was really supportive of me, and now it's fucking dead.
You should call
I ran a couple of courts.
Attorneys.
Yeah, I ran. Yeah. I'm tired of the truth. I'm tired of this shit, And then all them tickets they put on poor Thomas's car. Like, come on, man. The guy's trying to help me, and now he's going to get stuck with all them tickets. God damn it, I put 2 quarts in it after it was dead, which I kind of gathers like trying to, revive a fucking, It's fucking dead, but let's give it a quart of blood anyway.
Yeah. You might as well have poured that oil onto the ground.
Yeah, still dead. Yeah. Well, Thomas drove it from one lot to another this morning. He goes, well, it's already fried, so it isn't going to hurt it. Like, man, I wish I would have thought of that last night. I could have made it to arcade in some jumps.
wait, it was still drivable?
No, I mean, not really. Once it gets hot, it seized up. But while it was cold, he stalled 5 times in a couple blocks.
Okay, that's not an oil fucking.
It would have been stressful, and I would have seen that I was getting later and later for the concert and all that.
I wish I was there with you, Andy. If the car will start up and fucking drive at all, it's probably a head gasket maybe or something that's way fucking cheaper than a whole engine. I really wish I was there to help you with this. Fucking you stranded bastard.
Well, as my wife said, there's some mechanic here who's not a Jehovah's Witness, but that seems like a fucking setup to me, right?
She went out of her way to tell you that. That seems fishy.
I'm with you. Recruiter. He's like gonna fucking string me along with all this shit, and then eventually I'll be a Jehovah's Witness.
Oh, I was thinking, do you have life insurance? Because I think she might be done. She's just fucking the Jehovah's Witness have hitmen that'll take out your comedian husband when he's stranded in a fucking town where nobody knows who he is and is easy to disappear.
Well, okay.
Sleep on that.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on in my
no witnesses.
Forward. I know.
That's why you're the king of roast battle.
And the sad thing is when they do the television show, they'll be like, a homeless man in Santa Rosa, California went missing. They'll never even do any of your backstory. They'll just have pictures, security pictures of you barefoot with a unicorn blanket walking around the mall.
There's nothing left but a pair of shoes and this old ratty blanket.
Here's an old one.
Will be being homeless in that town.
I know. I think I was already hearing some chatter about Unicorn Man, as the blanket has a big. I didn't try to create an identity. I was just trying to stay warm. And, isn't it? The short uh-oh. I fucked something up. Okay.
No, you're there. You're there.
Not a little choppy, but
it's
you're
like
good.
It's like the Truman Show.
Andy, it's worth it.
It's all kind of like mail truck, bus, a gringo, and then a couple of cowboys sauntering by. I think they're just circling the block.
The same ones.
Yeah, the mall security guys have tipped them off about the massage chair. Oh, and there's a giant hand outside of the mall too. That was fucking with me. It's like, yeah, I need a hand or what, but what the fuck? It's a big giant hand. It was freaking me out that there was even an open mall. Put a helmet on, man.
Yeah, don't talk shit to
He's talking to himself right now.
But who has who has a mall anymore? Santa Rosa. I was like, I was tripping. I was, I was like nervous, thinking, oh, those are like I could get shot in there or whatever. But it's just a mall. Late night mall, and then early this morning, all us homeless guys go in and have coffee at Starbucks. But the different team of security guys, because they want them fresh for the morning shift, just stand between you and toilets. we can sit in there and assimilate, but we cannot shit. Or they start talking on their radios and then getting in front of us.
So you had to put on shoes for coffee? Oh
yeah. I found the car at daybreak, and I stayed down there by that fish for hours because you could, that's a good little homeless corner, but nobody else was there. I mean, I saw evidence that somebody had shit there over in one side, but I stayed to the other side, and the fish and me just kind of,
You were out under the stars all night, Andy?
Yeah, well, I had all that Adderall. I mean, I was going to be on the beach after the Todd Snyder concert, having the time of my life. Instead, I'm in Santa Rosa, homeless, and can't remember what the color of the car. I knew it was a Subaru. That was really helpful this morning. It didn't do me much help last night because went out of after the massage chair, and then I got scared out of the mall a different direction than I went in it, and that was where, it was all open for me at that point. So I was lucky to get down to there to that fish.
I can listen. I can understand that because I have trouble finding my own car at the mall in the parking lot, and you're looking for a car you just got lent by Tommy or Timmy or whoever while you're tripping. Like,
I was trying to find my
chance I'd be able to find it.
I was trying to find my way back to the blue Subaru so I could get on the way to that concert, but then it kept going, no, that's not an option. The fish kind of helped me with that too. You know, that's what they're all about. Going, you got to go with the flow, and you're.
Wait, don't they go against it?
Only the pregnant ones.
The salmon.
And there he goes again.
We go on with it.
Yep. Exactly.
And I have a
Sounds
blue
right.
Subaru. It never said. It said I did. I mean, yeah. So it was. I think it was good life advice, but I'm not sure the fish knows anything about cars.
I'm so glad
was
you
the
got to share
best
that.
life advice. It's gonna change my life. Thank you for sharing it, Andy. I'm not even
That's the
shitting you,
listeners.
man. That's true.
Amazing. That is amazing. That fish is something else.
Very rarely do you get the sort of wizened sage wisdom from someone that just immediately affects you, and you say, you know what, this is something that I'm going to internalize and incorporate into my daily living. But thank you, sir, for sharing that with us.
Last night, I mean, you also have to know this, is the fish was like a salmon. It changed colors, but it had a light on it. I saw that going on this morning. So, but it was still a calming influence on me. Yeah. Okay. So it was like the fish in Corpus Christi that was on the seawall, and I thought it was like a fish day drinking. It was like on the seawall, and then I was like, man, this thing. And then I tipped it into the water, and then it was upside down, and it looked like it drowned. So that's kind of the thing, leave the fish alone, and if it's swimming against the thing, that's its own fucking business. Get out of the way, because it'll take you down with it. And if it ends up on the rocks and leave it alone, it's just there to die. There's some other shit.
That on a shirt.
A lot of metaphors. That's actually, I like every one of them.
If the fish was up on a seawall, wasn't it drowning then?
Yeah.
And when you put it in the water, it doesn't drown. It's a fish.
Set it free.
Yeah.
Unless it's already dead.
I could now more, and I think even now more so, I'm more sensitive. I know exactly what fish are. I know there's, they got feelings. This one did, and dolphins, and I don't. There's some other advice, but I didn't get on it. I can't realize it. It's always shit. I was talking to myself. Ooh, a competitor. Get out of here. We're all TLL idiots here.
Is there someone else podcasting next to you right now?
Yeah. The Treehouse podcast.
Yeah. Fucking Chapo's Trap House is doing a Santa Rosa live remote.
It does say
there's a line of people waiting for this extension cord, buddy. We all got a podcast. Hurry it up.
Hey, come on, man. It's like a bunch of people tapping on the old phone booth while you're fucking talking to your fucking. They're like, hurry up. Come on. You're like, fuck you. I'm talking right here.
On the other side,
I'm sorry, Andy. I'm sorry that your car blew up, but it does make for great entertainment for the rest of us. It really, really does.
Well, I guess that's I guess in the thinking on that LSD was like, why not? But it's regretful that I had to burn it here. But when you can go through a mall and get pants and just hang out, and it's just like, fuck, man, I thought all these closed down because of Amazon. What's this? Don't they know how to order shit online here? It's like, well, I mean, the massage chair told me I was in the 2000.
Oh,
yeah, but your 28.8 baud modem tells us you're in 1992.
What I love the most is that he probably wasn't even in a mall. He was probably on a fucking teeter-totter in a fucking park somewhere. The cops are like, dude, you gotta go, bro. What do you think is even happening? There's no malls open this late.
You're not in a massage chair, sir. Get up. You can get up.
I'm curious if he's 86th from the massage chairs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a massage chair. That's a person you're laying on who is trying to get out from under you. That's why it's continually feeling like
It just keeps going and going.
Sir, get off that lady right now, or we're gonna tase you. Oh, well, I'm picturing one of Andy's podcast competitors just unplugged his extension cord, so he should be tuning back in any second once he wrestles.
Or they found a bigger problem with the car. There's no sale. Pull the plug.
Oh no! Oh man, poor Andy.
Guy. Jesus Christ! Fuck. What a run he's been on, though. It was like a month ago he left Eugene. He was in Panama for the night, and then headed to fucking Austin. He's back, everybody.
Allegedly. Yeah, I had a reboot.
Dude, you're getting better and better at this, if nothing else.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like fucking being a pit crew or something. Got to fucking shut things down.
Pit crew for a team that never finishes.
Podcast in the corner, and then I'll get back to it. And I got it all set up. He found a cord.
You're a pit crew, but it's Dick Trickle's pit crew.
Frozen in real time.
Yeah.
You want tires on your race car? I ain't got tires. I'll do it. I'll check your oil.
Rub it up.
Yeah. I guess I should do the forensics on the car anyway, though, huh? I didn't technically sign it over.
I don't know, dude. Do you have the money? How did they pay you? Did they pay you $500 for that car?
That's not done yet. Not done.
Oh,
so they offered you that?
Yeah.
Get a cashier's check.
And then I'm gonna take that check and get some more acid and go into one country. And I'll see you
Solid
guys.
Plan.
And I'll see you guys in Bisbee.
What do they want to sell you the new car for?
Let's see. There's one that's like it's fairly comparable to 2008 Outback. It's fairly clean, runs good. This guy does all the I was witnessing the business. Really? Right now.
Hey, it's street sweeping, dude.
Oh my good connection, goddammit.
Just because
I'm
podcasting over here. I'm podcasting.
Get your fucking garbage next week, you motherfuckers. I'm sorry if that hurts any people that have Scottish accents. You motherfucking cunts.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then the hard part is they don't have weed stuff. There's not many weed stores here, so you got to like weed delivery, and like I'm down there tripping and stuff, and I'm gonna put my phone away and I'm trying to give them a location and stuff, and we never made that happen neither. Just give me that. That's probably not specific, but I need some joints. I'm down in the Santa Rosa Square, and I'm wearing a blue blanket, and then I ditched my phone and waited a while, but you can only wait a while,
Oh my God.
Andy, did you come back to several texts? Hey, where the fuck are you?
And that reminded me, I think I lost a shirt and some shoes last night because I had them in the mall. I had the blanket.
Where'd you have them slung over the shoelaces tied together and sling it over your shoulder like Huck Finn?
Oh, fuck. I did go back to the car. So I didn't know where the car was at some point because I switched out, and that's why I had a pair of pants in my car. I was like, how the fuck did this happen? But then I saw the receipt. So I did go back, and then I got my blanket and got comfortable. And I think I was going to sleep there, and then I decided to just go walkabout, and that lasted till the morning.
Oh, fuck. All right. Well, I'm out of Bloody Mary, so I think that's our sign that we completed our mission here.
I can't laugh much more.
Andy, we're pulling for you.
Are you gonna be having to defend your new title soon?
Yeah. I don't know when. I will. I don't know when. I actually briefly considered retiring from Roast Battle last night as the champion.
Yeah. You would be the first.
It's like
to
a
do
baller
that,
move.
sure.
It'd be like I've done this. I've beaten the fucking top boss. I've beaten the last level. I'm not playing this video game anymore.
Yeah.
But at some point I will battle probably a very funny guy named, I think, Brian Vokey, who is next up, and he's probably going to fucking destroy me. He's a really, really funny fucking guy. He actually used to do a podcast with Carmen Morales.
Oh, okay.
He's fucking fantastic and a really good dude and really funny. But the guy who beat me also will get another shot at some point, Omid Singh. So at some point I'll be battling again. They pick now at this point. For everybody else, everyone else can just pick battles and do them. Yeah. But for this, they pick who it is. I don't get to pick who it is. So
for the champion stuff.
Yeah.
That's fucking
a title fight, right?
And again, it's completely meaningless, but it still feels good to have it.
And it's not. There's I'm very proud that one of my friends is a champion at being mean to other people. That's I like that. It makes me feel nice. I'm not good at much else either, but you're fucking the champion at it, and
it really feels good when all the training pays off. All that training, all that time.
Yeah, I remember when I was coming up, they said you shouldn't be such an asshole, and I said, really, shouldn't I? So that'll happen. I don't know anything about it yet, but we'll let everybody know, of course. And what else? Subscribe to Chad's Twitch channel. Get on that. Everybody do that. Watch him play video games. What else is happening, Shaylee? Anything?
Me, I gotta put a haunted house together in 4 or 5 days. So
we're coming down. Yeah, your brother's gonna be there.
Yeah, he'll be there. Ghost Ride is done for the season. He's checking out haunted houses all over the country right now, and he'll be here on the 28th. And then, we'll no matter what I don't get done between now and when you get here and when my brother gets here, I'm just kind of prepping and kind of figuring stuff out. But it'll be all hands by the time the 28th rolls around.
The Butcher of Black Knob. It's a little boutique. It's like a haunted house boutique, and those stupid idiots in Bisbee know nothing about how good they have it. Those idiots, they just walk around. Oh, I look forward to being down there.
I bought a whole prop thing. The Chad saw some of it. It's a photo op for Hennigan, and that's basically going to be a scare at the end. Nice. That's basically for him and his whole getup, because he sits out there and takes pictures of all the families that come through, and makes it available for them. So that's fucking great. All right, well, we'll be down there. Doug Stanhope's dates we're adding. We just added Seattle and Baltimore, so go to DougStanhope.com and get on the mailing.
The Seattle and Baltimore. Sounds like you're really routing this thing fucking properly.
It's still, there's a couple other ones too, but it's like in April and March. So they're just coming in slowly, trickling in right now. But if you get on the mailing list, you'll get first crack at them, because I had people from Seattle hitting me up saying like, "Oh my God, the tickets are going on sale later today," and I go, "I don't know. Fuck, I'm not in Seattle. I don't get the emails." They're in Seattle, perfect. And they were mailing list subscribers, so they got on it. And don't forget, DougStanhope.com. Get on the Patreon, and we got plenty of stuff coming your way.
And that is how you do it. You get on the mailing list and you find out before everybody else. It's exactly the same way that you hear everything that we do on Issues with Andy before everyone else. If you subscribe to our YouTube channel, you'll get everything we do. So subscribe and rate, listen, do all of that stuff. Gentlemen, thank you again. I love you guys. We'll see you next time. Later.
Good time. Later, guys.
Later, guys.